Drop the fucking gun.
Remind me not to save your ass next time.
Who has item? Fucking rushing to go. But I got to go. Y'all got to die.
I got a last request.
Alright, make it quick. I gotta get home to the kids. The fuck?
Earplugs.
Oh shit!
The film begins with a bold heist at the Minute Market, carried out by masked criminals. They burst into the store, brandishing weapons and forcing employees and customers to the floor as hostages. The robbers threaten the owner, demanding all the cash from the register. A police officer, who happens to be at the scene, is also taken hostage. Before being overpowered, he managed to alert his team. When police arrived, an officer tried to negotiate but was rejected. Backup from SWAT was called, and their commander, Tate, took over communications, yet the robbers still refused to surrender. Ultimately, Tate ordered an assault to capture the robbers and free the hostages. He sent SWAT members Blanco, Gennard, and Hunt to infiltrate the Minute Market. Once inside, Tate's team systematically took down the robbers one by one. Tate's strategy successfully subdued the criminals, though some hostages were injured and property damaged. After the mission, the team returned to base the next morning, satisfied they had stopped the robbery. Soon after, the Special Unit commander summoned Tate and his team, reprimanding them for excessive force that injured hostages and caused major property damage. To prevent future mistakes, he scheduled a training session on more precise hostage rescue tactics. The next day, during a hostage rescue lecture, the SWAT team's indifference and dismissive attitude frustrated the instructor, who abruptly ended the session and left. The scene then shifts to Demetrius and Ilyar holding Kenny hostage. Demetrius threatened Kenny with a knife to force him to reveal the hidden item's location. Under pressure, Kenny led Demetrius and Senilia to an aircraft hangar where it was stashed. Meanwhile, a black car driven by Lampone arrived, and he and his crew quickly aimed guns at Demetrius and Ilyar, who responded by raising their weapons. After a tense standoff, Demetrius and Lampone realized they shared the same goal: retrieving Kenny's hidden item. They lowered their weapons to discuss ownership, but before deciding, police sirens grew louder. Sensing danger, Demetrius, Ilyar, Lampone, and their crew abandoned negotiations and hid in a nearby storage container. The approaching police car was led by Tate and his SWAT team. Tate assigned Gennard, Blanco, and Hunt to lead the assault training inside the aircraft hangar. He ordered the team to gear up with weapons, grenades, and bulletproof vests. Once ready, Tate gave the command to enter. Meanwhile, Demetrius and Lampone, caught off guard, watched the fully armed SWAT team enter with the intensity of a real arrest. Unaware of the criminals inside, Tate and the 3 SWAT members conducted a routine training drill at the hangar. They had no idea they would unexpectedly confront real smugglers and kidnappers. Opening the steel door, they quickly moved to the second floor to begin their simulated live fire exercise on preset targets. Gunfire from the upper floor threw Lampone and Demetrius into panic as they forced Kenny to reveal the hidden item's location. Tensions erupted into a violent shootout. Hearing the noise, Tate sent Blanco to investigate, but Blanco was shot in the chest by one of Lampone's men as he descended. Blanco collapsed instantly, unable to react. Demetrius then realized Blanco's rounds were rubber bullets, revealing the SWAT team was still in a training exercise and unaware of the real shootout below. Tate and 2 teammates rushed downstairs and confronted Demetrius and Lampone's gang, who admitted killing a police officer. Enraged, Tate raised his gun, but the criminals, aware the SWAT used non-lethal training weapons, remained unfazed and opened fire first. Tate and his 2 teammates retreated behind a steel-doored room, then fled upstairs seeking escape. but the criminals spotted them through a window. Worse, without their communication gear left in the vehicle, they couldn't call backup. With no choice, Tate and his team had to quickly plan both their escape and how to take down the criminals. Demetrius and Lampone argued over Kenny's hidden item. Determined to keep it, Demetrius vowed to confront the police and called for reinforcements. Meanwhile, Ilya drove a SWAT vehicle into the hangar to grab weapons and a phone. Soon, Demetrius's backup arrived, ready for battle. Demetrius's crew tried breaking the steel door, but gave up, opting to climb through a window via the exterior stairs. Meanwhile, Tate saw the room was empty and rushed to the SWAT vehicle for weapons. Inside, he was held at gunpoint by an unknown man, but quickly overpowered him and found Kenny captive. Tate promptly brought Kenny back to the safety of the room behind the steel door. As Tate and Hunt returned, they heard a struggle upstairs. Rushing up, they found Demetrius's man attacking Gennard. Tate intervened and subdued the attacker. Soon after, Tate noticed Kenny had slipped away, claiming he needed the restroom. Suspicious, Tate pursued and aimed his gun at him. Once Tate gave the hidden items to Hunt and Gennard, they realized these were what the criminals sought. Kenny revealed a secret escape route to an underground room. Meanwhile, Lampone called for reinforcements, including his ally Pharaoh, while Demetrius and Lampone planned to capture Kenny at any cost. After searching every room with no sign of Kenny, the criminals found a hidden door to an underground room and hurried inside. Meanwhile, Tate split from Kenny and the others to secure the area behind them, taking Kenny's suitcase as a precaution. After securing the area, Tate returned to his teammates, but was suddenly overpowered by Pharaoh. Meanwhile, Kenny and the other SWAT members were surrounded by Demetrius and Lampone's gang. When Demetrius ordered Ilya to kill Tate, Ilya intervened, claiming he knew the item's location and that Kenny never had it. Demetrius dropped his plan to kill Tate. Lampone and his gang restrained Kenny, Hunt, and Gennard, then eagerly opened Kenny's briefcase only to find it empty. Hunt had removed everything before their capture. Sensing trouble, Lampone ordered Pharaoh to check if Demetrius's gang had the briefcase. When Pharaoh and his men arrived, Demetrius was ready to execute them. Tate urged Demetrius to use the SWAT vehicle to escape the basement. With no choice, Demetrius freed Tate, hoping for help against Lampone's crew. Together, they fled the hangar, dodging gunfire from Pharaoh's men. Chaos erupted as Demetrius's gang and Lampone's crew clashed. Frustrated by Kenny's silence, Lampone shot him in the head. Meanwhile, one of Lampone's men covertly followed Hunt, but Hunt ambushed and subdued him. Quietly, Hunt returned to Lampone and Gennard, aiming his gun at Lampone. Hunt handcuffed and tied up Lampone in a corner. Meanwhile, Tate and Demetrius's crew crashed the SWAT vehicle through the hangar doors and joined the fight. Gennard and Hunt confronted Lampone's gang as a fierce gun battle erupted, destroying the SWAT vehicle. Hunt blew up the vehicle Lampone's gang used as cover, killing them instantly. Amid the chaos, Demetrius snuck up and captured Hunt, Gennard, and Tate, taking them hostage. With the sought-after item in hand, Demetrius ordered Ilya to kill the entire SWAT team, determined to eliminate all obstacles. Feeling uneasy at the silence inside the hangar, Demetrius returned to check and was shocked to find Ilya unconscious, knocked out by Lampone and Pharaoh. Both had survived the explosion, and now Demetrius was the hostage. As Pharaoh raised his gun to execute the SWAT team, Tate made a final plea to let them cover their ears before the shot. Tate detonated a sound bomb, knocking Lampone out instantly. As Pharaoh panicked and tried to flee, Tate caught him, sparking a fierce, brutal fight. Ultimately, Tate overpowered Pharaoh and ended the battle with a strike from a concrete rebar. Tate and his teammates captured Demetrius, Ilya, and Lampone, securing the sought-after item. Afterward, they sighed in relief, joking about their boss's anger over the chaos. The next morning, they were summoned to the command office, where the unit leader expressed condolences for Blanco, their teammate who had died during the mission. Rather than reprimanding them, the commander praised their courage and determination, acknowledging their successful mission despite the losses. The key lesson: teamwork is powerful, united, and supportive. No challenge is insurmountable. This solidarity enabled their victory.